Today we're going to be talking about the factor theorem. We're going to look at what it is and then we're just going to put it into practice. So what is the factor theorem? Right, so the factor theorem says, let f of x be a polynomial. F of c equals 0 if and only if x minus c is a factor of f of x. So what does this actually mean? So what it's saying is, let's say we have a polynomial f of x. Let's say we substitute a number into it, c. If it turns out when we substitute the number c into our polynomial, it ends up being 0, then x minus c is a factor of f of x. And it also works the other way, which is what the if and only if stands for. So if x minus c is a factor of f of x, then if we plug in that value of c into f of x, then that will be 0. Let's get into an example. Alright, so the question we're going to be looking at is, we have this polynomial f of x, which is equal to x cubed minus 2x squared minus x plus 2, and the question is to find a factor of f of x. So using the factor theorem, we know that x minus c is a factor of x if f of c equals 0. So what we can actually do is see if we can find a c that we can plug into this that will make it 0, and then that will end up being a factor of f of x. So let's try f of minus 1. That's equal to minus 1 cubed minus 2 times minus 1 squared minus minus 1 plus 2. And that's equal to minus 1 minus 2 plus 1 plus 2, which equals 0. So by the factor theorem, if f of c equals 0, then x minus c is a factor of f of x. So in this case our c is minus 1, so therefore we know that x minus minus 1 is a factor of f of x, which we can also write as x plus 1. So therefore we found a factor of f of x by using the factor theorem. Alright, let's try doing it the other way around. Let's say we have a question where we already have the polynomial f of x in its factorised forms. So we have the factors of f of x being x minus 5, x plus 1, x minus 3, and x plus 4. And the question is asking us for what values of c is f of c equal to 0. Well, by the factor theorem, we know that if x minus c is a factor of f of x, then f of c is equal to 0. So all we have to do is figure out for what values of c this holds for. So x minus 5, here we have c is equal to 5. X plus 1, here we have c is equal to minus 1. X minus 3, here we have c is equal to 3. And x plus 4, here we have c is equal to minus 4. So that's how we use the factor theorem. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!